Hello everyone and welcome to this fly tying video. Today we're going to tie a Cripple Emerger mayfly midge pattern, and this is what it's going to look like. In the vise I have a Partridge checking fine or emerger hook. This one is the size 18. To quickly go through the materials, for the tail I'm going to use some coq de lion in medium Pardo, just a few fibers. Then the body is going to build up using only the thread. This one is some Nano Silk from Semperfly, 80 in beige. And then to do the rib, I'm just going to use a marker, and this is done. I'm just going to color the thread and rib it or wind it up in open turns to make the rib. And then some Hackle. This one is a Grizzly. This one is the combo starter pack from Whiting. It's the high and dry. And then for the wing, and this is just going to be this start of a wing, as this is this Cripple or Emerger pattern. Here I'm using some Tiemco Aero dry wing, but you can use any other kind of polypropylene yarn. I just find this one really nice because the fibers are quite straight, so I'd like to use this one, or I like to use straighter polypropylene yarn just to get a nice shape. So to start this off, I'm just going to put down a layer of thread, starting at the eye. Once you reach the point, we can cut off the excess. Here I'm going to take a few coq de lion fibers, just 3 or 4 is enough. The sparser this pattern is, the better it will look, and also the silhouette or the footprint is going to be much better. For the length, I'm going to take the length of the body, so just a little shorter than the whole length of the hook. And I'm going to tie this in on my way down, a few turns, and then what I'm going to do is to lift these fibers up and come underneath. This is going to splay out the tails and also make them stand a little or quite straight out. There we go. And here with this one I want to stop quite far up the body. I don't want this to be too long. You could also tie this more like a clinkhammer style pattern with a little longer body. I just find this to be a little better with the shorter ones. So here I'm then going to go up the whole length of the body, tying down the ends of the coq de lion, then cut these away. And here what I want to do is to flatten the thread, so I'm spinning it counterclockwise. This is going to make the thread a little bit flatter, and I'm then going to go down to where we tied in the tails. Here what I'm going to do is to color about 2 centimeters or so. And this is then going to be our rib. This one is just a black marker, you can change this color up. And then with open spiral turns, I'm going to go up the whole length of the body. And there we have this nice micro rib, and this is then going to quite resemble peacock curl, but much finer and much easier to do. Here I've selected one grizzly feather that's the right length. The fibers are the right length. I don't want these to be just a little bit longer than the point of the hook. And to prep this, I'm going to tear down a few fibers on both sides, and then holding it with the concave side for the dull side facing me, I'm going to tie this in. And I want to take this back to about this point, just a little bit longer than a hook eye length behind the eye. Then I'm going to go back up to the eye again, then reach in with your scissors and cut the excess off close. Tie this down, and then with touching turns I'm going to take this up. Make sure to not trap any fibers. What I do is to just pull these back as I go. And then stopping just shy before the eye. Put a 90-degree bend into your feather. And then tie this down. A few turns, pull back. 2 turns to lock this in place. Cut off the stem. Then what I'll do is to come in and cut off both the top and the bottom part of this hackle, leaving just the fibers sticking out to the sides. This is going to do 2 things. It's going to allow this to ride lower in the water and also make a space for the wing. Now we have only the fibers sticking out to the sides. Then we're going to tie in the wing, and this is going to be this Tiemco Aero dry wing. And here when you get this, it's all bundled up. It's like 4 strands, and then I've taken one of these strands and separated it in 3. And this is then what's left. You only need a few of these fibers. It's better to have this a little bit longer, it's easier to manage. I'm going to lay this on top, and then with 1 loose turn, 2, I'm going to make sure that this is well in place right on top. Then pull down, 3rd turn just to be sure. Pull everything back, and a few turns right in front. Then the last thing to do is to pull everything back, come in with your whip finish, 3 turns, pull tight, and cut off. Now we're left with these 2 pieces right here. The first one we're going to cut off at an angle, if I can show this, just like this, leaving just a few millimeters sticking out. And then the other one is then going to be like the wings, and this I want to be about the length of body. And then just going to splay this out a little bit, make sure that I have no strands sticking out the wrong way. And there we have this little Cripple Emerger. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. See you next time, and happy tying.